Once upon a time, there was a farmer who worked tirelessly in his fields. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, he noticed something strange, a faint, sparkling light flickering between the rows of crops. Curious, he walked closer and gasped. A tiny fairy lay wounded among the stalks. Feeling pity, he gently picked her up and took her home. As he placed her on a soft cloth, the fairy opened her glowing silver eyes and spoke in a weak yet mystical voice. "Heal me, farmer, and in return, I shall grant you one wish." The farmer, desperate to save his failing crops, didn't hesitate. "I wish for my fields to flourish," he said eagerly. The fairy nodded. "Your wish is granted." That night, however, something felt wrong. The air was thick, heavy. Sleep refused to come. When he finally drifted off, the nightmare began. In his dream, he saw his wife working in the fields, but as she dug her hands into the soil, her fingers twisted into roots, her arms turning into thick stalks of wheat. He turned to his son, only to watch in horror as the boy's body melted into blades of grass. Then, he looked down. His own legs had buried themselves deep into the earth, twisting, hardening, becoming tree roots. Panicked, he screamed, "What have you done to us?" The fairy's voice echoed around him, sharp and cold. "You wished for your crops to thrive, farmer, but never wished for your family to remain human. A bargain is a bargain." He jolted awake, drenched in sweat. His breath was ragged, heart pounding. Frantically, he ran outside only to see his wife cooking in the kitchen, his son playing happily in the yard, and his crops standing tall and healthy. He fell to his knees, gasping in relief. It was just a nightmare. That season, his fields produced 50% more crops than ever before. But deep in the wind, beneath the rustling leaves, he swore he could still hear the fairy laughing.